Here's the last point I'd make is we have to have flexible opportunities. So maybe a student starts with a certificate, but then they come back and they get their associate's degree. And then they come back later and get their bachelor's degree. Maybe they come back later and get a graduate degree. We've got to build stackable credentials. That means we need to make it easy for students to transfer between our institutions. We have to provide good advising for students. And we've got to work with employers to say, maybe this person is starting out in an entry-level role, but then you're going to help them pay for that next degree that's going to make them ready to be a manager at your company.
And Hector, we'd love just to hear how you all are thinking about that at Google. How are you thinking about partnering with institutions of higher learning?
So many thoughts. I'm so excited by this conversation and so excited by the thoughts of what I'm hearing from my colleagues. So a couple things. We initially launched what has now become our employer-backed credential or Google Career Certificates with the aim of training non-technical talent for IT roles at Google. That has now transcended into many different fields, available online to everyone, everywhere. And to Dr. King's point earlier, really, we've been really intentional about deploying that curriculum, not just through platforms like Coursera, which anybody can access, but also, especially for the most marginalized in society, deploying that through initiatives like our $100 million Google Career Certificate Fund, which is empowering nonprofit organizations like Perscolas, Empower, Goodwill, to take this credential, the technical skills, and pair them up with the social emotional skills, right? So much of what we spend so much time talking about right now is that the technical skills in a vacuum are insufficient. And that's true. At the end of the day, if you go into a company, you don't know how to work in a team, you don't know how to think critically, you don't know how to communicate, that's going to be an impediment to your success. So how do we couple both the technical components with the social emotional component? That's been something that we've been really, really intentional about in our aim to make the employment landscape more equitable and more inclusive. We also have been working very, very closely with employers, not just Google, but other employers. In fact, we have a consortium of over 150 employers that recognize the certificates in their hiring processes and are committed to employing more diversity educated talent pools. And Dr. King, again, this kind of makes me reflect on your point earlier that we can't do this in a vacuum, we can't do it alone. So we do vet our curriculum with all the employers that are participating in our consortium. We make sure that the curriculum is up to par with the skill sets that are required for jobs in their companies. So again, they're going to be preparing those folks adequately for those jobs. And also, again, working with an ecosystem that includes also traditional educational institutions.